Does extraterrestrial life exist, or are we all alone? Are there living creatures on our own planet that we still don't know about? Is there really a monster at the bottom of the Loch Ness? And what will it do to a man's self-confidence to be friend-zoned in front of hundreds of millions of viewers live at the Eurovision Song Contest? These are some of the biggest unsolved mysteries of our world. But no mysteries are bigger than the mysteries of Tomb Raider. In this series, I will be on a quest to solve the biggest mysteries of the games. Join me today on this quest to solve the mystery of Egyptian Adventure. An indoor theme park of sorts that Lara visits during her time in Alexandria in Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation. Hidden away in an alley near the coast lies this wonderful little place that has joyful activities for the entire family. Except this place is boarded up and there's a reason for that. It's straight up a death trap. That's why. So the mystery I want to solve here is basically, what the hell is this place? Or perhaps more interestingly, who designed this place? First, let me give you a guided tour of Egyptian Adventure and all the fun there is to be had here. First up is the main lobby, decorated with tacky cardboard cutouts, fake wall torches, as well as a replica of the Great Pyramid of Giza. So far, so good. It's from this main lobby that the first activity is located. A good old gallery shooter. Except, if you don't clear all the targets within the time limit in this gallery shooter, you'll be dropped into a pit of spikes. That's pretty f***ed up. Imagine a vacationing grandfather taking on this challenge to impress his grandchild with his shooting skills, only to be punished for his old man reflexes so permanently. And not just that, even if Grandpa actually did clear this challenge, he still dropped about 3 meters or so directly onto a hard stone floor. As if Grandpa's knees and hips weren't messed up enough already. And for what? A fucking coin? And not a coin that could actually buy him some much needed pain medication, but a gimmick coin that only works on the mechanical snake charmer. This place is a fucking scam. Can you imagine the TripAdvisor reviews for this place? They must have been in the gutter. I know, TripAdvisor didn't exist back then. All I'm saying is that if it did, well, there would have been no reviews because the visitors die, man. Finally, there's a big room with a maze of, you guessed it, spike traps. These spike traps can only be seen in a giant mirror on the end wall, which, I gotta admit, that's a pretty damn impressive gimmick. How this mirror actually works is a mystery in itself, and one the most hardcore illusionist would probably kill to know the secret behind. But let's get real. There's no way Grandpa or anyone else would ever get this far in Egyptian Adventure. The shooting gallery targets were basically designed to make you fail. Like, what the hell? Also, you can't just turn around and exit the gallery once you realize what you've gotten yourself into, as there are no stairs. The exit of the park is notoriously barren as well, as if nobody was ever expected to make it this far outside of a body bag. No gift shops, no signs. All evidence suggests that Egyptian Adventure was designed to murder people, specifically unsuspecting tourists. While it's pretty obvious why this place was boarded up by Egyptian authorities, there's little to no information at all about Egyptian Adventure within the game. Lara's close friend Jean-Yves, however, does have some information about it, interestingly enough, if visited in his mansion.
A local collector had a small exhibition and was rumored to own a piece. It's hard to say if this is true. The man was a fool. A while back, he vanished, leaving the exhibition boarded up.
It's first of all interesting how Jean-Yves refers to Egyptian Adventure as an exhibition, as the place comes across as more carny than high cultural. Then again, he does imply that the collector was a con artist. I'm not sure if fool is the word I'd use for a maniac who built a theme park designed to murder people, but sure. So, what do we know about this so-called collector? Not much besides the fact that it's a man. But let's just pretend that he is someone from Lara's past, as Lara has dealt with her fair share of homicidal crooks in her field of work. I have a theory, as always, and it's a controversial one. I think that the evil mastermind behind Egyptian Adventure is Jean-Yves. Yeah, I'm accusing one of Laura's oldest and dearest friends of being the French version of Jigsaw. Okay, hear me out. Jean-Yves lives only a couple of blocks away from Egyptian Adventure in his big lavish mansion. How convenient. So he's obviously well off and probably quite influential in the area. Both great finances and power would be required to pull off a crime such as this. He also owns a motorcycle with a sidecar. Why though? He's seemingly a bachelor. Is it so he can transport dead bodies out of Egyptian Adventure and into the desert? And the clearest evidence that this bastard isn't the nice guy we always thought he was is how he shows up in Tomb Raider Chronicles with a new name while looking completely different. In Chronicles, he's suddenly Charles Kane and has a shaved head. He's practically unrecognizable. This is clearly a man who has something to hide. The explanation for his name change and different appearance in Chronicles is because an actual Alexandria-based French archaeologist called Jean-Yves complained about the character. But that's the real-world explanation for the changes to the character and therefore not canonical. The way Jean-Yves calls the Collector a fool is clearly just a way for him to remove suspicion from himself. You didn't fool me, Jean-Yves. Or should I say, the Collector. A sick bastard archaeologist who ran a theme park designed to murder people. All serial killers have a motive, so what was Jean-Yves'? Maybe he just wanted to keep tourists away from the attractive coastal ruins of Alexandria so he could keep on studying them in peace. That's all I got. I'm sorry if I ruined Jean-Yves for you all, but I think the evidence speaks for itself.
Assure you that the line of people coming out will be shorter than the line of people that came in.